Now, COVID situation remains grim across the country. We're looking at India now recording a biggest ever single-day spike on April 6th. More than 1,15,000 cases were reported, surpassing the tally of April 4th, which was over 1,03,000 cases. The centre has now warned that next 4 weeks are quite crucial to handle the strong COVID wave. Maharashtra continues to drive the surge in the country. The state reported over 55,000 cases in just the last 24 hours. With this surge, active cases in the state has now breached 4,70,000 mark. Maharashtra also reported 297 deaths in just the last 24 hours. Mumbai too clocked over 10,000 fresh COVID-19 cases and 31 deaths. So far, 740 buildings in the city have been sealed. Delhi, on the other hand, reported 5,100 fresh cases. This has been the the highest single surge in the national capital since November. 27, in fact, from last year to now, we're looking at a severe surge as of the last 24 hours. Centre has now sent 50 teams of the technical and clinical experts to 30 districts in Maharashtra, 11 districts in Chhattisgarh and 9 districts in Punjab to curb the spread of the virus and help states in better dealing with this crisis.
Mumbai yet again recorded more than 10,000 COVID positive cases. The count of active cases in Mumbai is now more than 77,000. The doubling rate has further reduced to 38 days. The count of active sealed buildings in Mumbai is now 740. The Brihanmumbai Municipal Corporation says it is now focusing on the various housing societies which will be treated as mini containment zones. If they flout the rules, strict action will be taken. And if more than 5 people are found positive, entire society is going to be sealed. BMC staffers along with the police are going to keep a tight vigil and ensure that no rules are flouted by the society members. Section 144 is already in play in the state. Night curfew has already been imposed. Swimming pools, gyms, beaches, malls, shops, all are closed. Yet the cases in Mumbai keep on rising, and so does the death count. With camera person Rakesh Salaskar, this is Pankaj Upadhyay in Mumbai, reporting for India Today.
COVID cases are rising at an alarming rate across the country. In the past 24 hours, 1,15,267 new cases have surfaced. When we talk about the national capital, the figure stands at 5,100. Now, the state of Maharashtra has already announced a partial lockdown, and the national capital has also imposed a night curfew till 30th of April, which means those people who are not in the exempt list will not be allowed to move between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. The Delhi government is now keeping a very close eye because the government wants to break the chain. They've also asked market associations to make sure customers follow social distancing and wear a mask every time whenever they step out. This is Aishwarya Paliwal reporting from the national capital with camera person Sanjay Khan.
वैक्सीन की प्रक्रिया इतनी गति से चल रही है, उसको प्लीज सेलिब्रेट करिए. देश की जो अचीवमेंट है, अनयूजुअल अचीवमेंट, एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी अचीवमेंट है. और जब वक्त आएगा कि यह और खुलना चाहिए, जब हम अच्छे पूरी तरह से आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, कवरेज अच्छा देंगे, तो वो भी हो जाएगा.
हो सकता है कि 45 से ज़्यादा वालों को ज़्यादा ज़रूरत हो वैक्सीन की, बट जो 25 से 45 तक हैं या 20 से 45 तक हैं, आजकल बहुत ज़्यादा इन्फेक्टेड नज़र आ रहे हैं. उन लोगों में बहुत ज़्यादा तेज़ी से फैल रहा है क्योंकि वो ज़्यादा मोबाइल हैं. बट वो जब अपने घर जाते हैं तो घर में उनके माता पिता हैं, दादा दादी हैं, उनको इन्फेक्ट करने के चांस होते हैं. तो इसलिए हमने कहा है कि भाई सबको अलाउ कर दीजिएगा और जल्द से जल्द पूरे देश में सभी को लगा दिया जाए.
कोई नया स्ट्रेन है ये जो कि युवाओं को टारगेट कर रहा है. इस बार जो है देखा गया है कि युवा टारगेट हो रहे हैं, उनको कोरोना हो रहा है, वो इफेक्टेड हो रहे हैं.
नहीं, ऐसी कोई ना तो कोई ऐसा कोई एविडेंस है. और अभी भी जो मेजॉरिटी जो केसेस हैं वो हमने जैसे जिसके आधार पर प्रायोरिटी ग्रुप्स इत्यादि तय किए गए हैं, 80% जो मोर्टेलिटी और मॉर्बिडिटी है वो जो है 50 साल से ऊपर के लोगों के अंदर देखी गई है. उसी वजह से ये सारी जो प्रायोरिटी ग्रुप्स हैं उनको वैक्सीनेशन दिया जा रहा है. और जहाँ तक स्ट्रेन का संबंध है, स्ट्रेन की वजह से ही ये बढ़ रहा है, इसका कोई ऐसा एविडेंस नहीं है. हाँ, पंजाब में ज़रूर थोड़ा सा जो यूके वाला स्ट्रेन है उसके केसेस वगैरह थोड़े से दिखाई दिए हैं, लेकिन युवाओं को स्पेसिफिकली अफेक्ट करने वाला कोई स्ट्रेन आ गया है, ऐसी अगर कोई बातें कहीं समाज में चल रही हैं तो ये एकदम बेमायने है, इनका कोई किसी तरह का साइंटिफिक बेसिस नहीं है।
Now, politics over vaccination. Congress MP Rahul Gandhi joins the chorus to vaccinate all. Rahul, attacking the centre in a tweet, says that it's ridiculous to debate needs and wants of a vaccine, as every Indian deserves the chance of a safe life. Earlier, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal demanded vaccination for all. Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray also wrote a letter to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi requesting him to open up vaccination for all people above the age of 25 years itself in the state.
India's surge of cases of COVID-19 has been exponential in the last 1 month. The daily cases are hovering around the 1 lakh mark. As India battles the second wave, states have been demanding vaccination for all. The opposition-ruled states, which are witnessing a surge in cases of COVID-19, have been rather vocal in this demand. Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray wrote a letter to Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the 5th of April requesting him to open up vaccination for all above the age of 25 years in the state.
स्वतः माननीय पंतप्रधानांनी सांगितलं की एक गोष्ट लक्षात घ्या की लस घेतली म्हणजे कोविड होणार नाही अशातला भाग नाहीये. रुग्णवाढ थांबवण्यासाठी अजून कोणी उपाय सांगत नाहीये. काय उपाय? उपाय नाहीये. पण लसीकरण करा. लसीकरण करतो आहोत.
A similar letter was shot off by the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal demanding vaccination for all, claiming it's going to end the hesitation among people and increase the number of vaccinated.
45 साल की उम्र वाला क्लॉज हटा के और सारी जनता को एक साथ वैक्सीनेट युद्ध स्तर के ऊपर वैक्सीनेशन करने का कार्य कर देना चाहिए ताकि हमें सबको इससे निजात मिल सके, कोरोना से निजात मिल सके। तो मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि केंद्र सरकार इसको पूरे गौर करेगी और युद्ध स्तर के ऊपर राज्य सरकारों को अपने स्तर पे वैक्सीनेशन करने की इजाजत देगी।
The demand is now snowballing into a center versus state flashpoint as the government is still reluctant.
जब वक्त आएगा कि यह और खुलना चाहिए, जब हम अच्छे पूरी तरह से आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, कवरेज अच्छा देंगे, तो वो भी हो जाएगा।
The Government of India has flagged off fraudulent vaccine registrations. The Union Health Secretary has said there should be a penalty imposed. Also, disempanelment of the vaccination site if it is found to be registering those people who are not eligible to take the vaccine right now. Vaccine is a precious commodity and it should be given to people who need it the most and not the ones who want it. But experts argue otherwise. They say India must unlock its vaccination program for all ages, and here's why. India's manufacturing capacity is enviable. It prides in being the pharmacy to the world. Serum Institute of India is the largest vaccine manufacturing company in the world. India has supplied vaccines to over 76 countries as part of Vaccine Maitri. Experts say the approvals for vaccines in the pipeline must be expedited and the push should be to vaccinate all adults. The Indian Medical Association has written to the Prime Minister asking for vaccination to be opened up for all above the age of 18.
The truth is that young people are the real spreaders of COVID. So unless they are vaccinated, they will continue to spread the disease.
The government says that globally, such vaccination drives have only one goal: to curb deaths of most vulnerable. But this is an unusual situation, and should not an unusual situation demand an extraordinary response? Especially because we have the vaccine now, and it is another arsenal in India's armour in fighting this infection. In New Delhi, Sneha Mordani for India Today.
Now, speaking exclusively to India Today, Serum Institute of India's CEO Adar Poonawalla has allayed fears concerning COVID-19 vaccine Covishield. After reports surfaced of blood clotting following inoculation, Poonawalla said that data on clotting will come only by next week and only scientific data will ascertain whether clots resulted from vaccine or not. In fact, moreover, he hailed Covishield's efficacy, saying that COVID vaccination will prevent hospitalization. Poonawalla also clarified that Covishield is not a bulletproof vest and that an individual taking both the doses of the vaccine here has protection for about 7 to 8 months from it.
The Ministry of Health in India, the WHO, the EMEA and other countries have said that this vaccine is perfectly safe. Certainly here, the quantum of blood clots that have happened, we have to still establish and see if it's vaccine related based on the fact that, blood clots is a normal phenomena in a given population of age and comorbidities. So the vaccine is providing excellent safety and efficacy. So we're seeing that 90 plus, 94% plus efficacy with even one dose of Covishield in India. No vaccine, whether it's Pfizer, Moderna, Oxford, AstraZeneca, is preventing more than 20-30% of the people who get it or are exposed to COVID-19 from getting the disease. They experience mild to moderate disease. So there is no vaccine, sadly, on the planet today for COVID-19 that prevents the person getting the disease. So far, what I can say with confidence is I have not seen anyone getting the UK variant disease who has been vaccinated and still ending up in hospital. So far, that is the silver lining. But to conclude this beyond reasonable doubt, we should wait at least another month or two till we see enough people getting the UK variant as a disease who have been vaccinated and then observing how severe the disease progresses in their body. As the Indian regulator sees more data, and it wouldn't be fair for me to make a statement and then say, oh, why is the Indian regulator not doing it? They need to see the data coming about, which they are. And that is why, the committees that decide on these things, rightly so, increase the gap, from the original gap that you mentioned was there between 4 weeks and now it's 8 weeks. And we're slowly, as we get more data in India as well and other places, going toward that 3-month gap that I had originally hoped that we would have here as well, but we're moving toward that in that direction.
Now, fears due to COVID surge has gripped students ahead of board exams. Parents have now demanded online board examination, but government is unlikely to postpone the board exams as of now. Let's take a listen at this report.
"16-year-old Aryan is preparing for the biggest test of his life. A student of GD Goenka School in Delhi, he is preparing for the CBSE board exam, scheduled to be held offline under the shadow of the big COVID surge.
I'm surely conflicted about giving the exams offline after this new strain has come out, and it is like a matter of conflict, because obviously it is a very risky environment around people you don't know and as we know that social distancing is hard to maintain between the students. So in that environment, it is very risky to give the exams offline. So I think that CBSE should consider the online situation of the exam.
For parents, it is a repeat of 2020. The second wave is a big concern.
Totally anxious, totally stressed. I actually I cannot even explain that what I'm going through these days. Situation has become so difficult, seeing this COVID cases on rise, and what is going to happen if my child, although I'm sending him for the pre-boards to the school, they're having their offline exams. But my only concern is, what if something happens? What if something happens during the examination time?
Definitely, it is high time the government has to take a decision somehow. And of course, I think they should really focus on the online system. That is going to be the most secured way. Otherwise, it is really going to be very stressful for not only the parents, but what we are more concerned about is basically our children,
Education activists say 12th standard board exams are important for college admissions, but class 10 board exams can be postponed.
केंद्र सरकार 10th के एग्ज़ाम्स को डेफिनेटली कैंसिल करे, क्योंकि 10th में ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता कि आगे उनको बहुत ज़्यादा कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्ज़ाम्स में जाना होता है, तो इंटरनल असेसमेंट के थ्रू वो बच्चों को वो पास कर दे।
Experts feel that the HRD ministry had an entire year, but it still couldn't come up with an alternative to physical exams. In 2020, the matter reached the Supreme Court post the lockdown. Instead of 29 subjects, the assessment was done based on the average score of previously conducted exams in the preliminaries. According to sources in the Education Ministry and CBSE, there is no policy decision yet to postpone the exams that are scheduled to begin from May 4th. Guidelines for the same will be released soon.
For now, parents request that an online examination seems to be a viable option, but the question is that will the infrastructure be strong enough to conduct examinations throughout the country for CBSE students? With Ashwini Helen, this is Milan Sharma for India Today.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.